I've got a secret. It's the secret to getting rid of lower back pain. And if you want to know what my secret is, you're going to have to stick around, and then I'll tell you right after this. Hey everybody, it's David-Dorian Ross here, the creator of the Tai Chi Fit Method, and this is the fabulous studio where we do all of the Tai Chi Fit Method on YouTube. If you haven't already been here and heard my rap before, well then, let me tell you that on this channel we've got tons of different videos, over 500 videos, one of the biggest channels on Tai Chi, yoga, and meditation on the entire YouTube landscape. And we have all kinds of videos about how-to, videos about philosophy, history, inner meanings, all that kind of stuff. And today we're going to do a video on a wellness tip that you can use right now. Now, more than 2/3 of the people in the world at some point experience lower back pain. And in fact, this is probably the #1 chronic pain that people experience all across the globe. It creates a terrible, decrease in our quality of life, and it can actually get in the way of us doing our jobs. Now, the one reason why we have lower back pain that's so frequent is because of what I'm doing right here, sitting in a chair. Sitting in a chair is one of the biggest contributors to lower back pain. So one of the great things about Tai Chi is that it can get you up on your feet, out of the chair, moving around, using your entire body to stretch out the muscles that get tight from sitting in a chair. But we can also use the chair as a starting point for how we address and get rid of lower back pain. Now, before we get any further, let me just tell you a little bit about the causes of lower back pain. So the low back right in here is sort of held together by a thick sheet of muscles that attach first at your hips down on the bottom and up on the rib cage up on top. So if you can imagine like, an upper and lower bony structure, and then in the middle is this sheet of very thick and not particularly flexible muscle. And it's not particularly flexible because it wants to provide structure. But here's the thing, when you're sitting in a chair, these muscles get a little bit shorter just by virtue of the position that you're in. And as you sit for longer and longer periods of time, they get less flexible. So this short muscle is kind of just like getting shorter and drier and more held in place. Like an old rubber band that hasn't been stretched out in a long time, and then it doesn't pull. And if you pull too hard, it'll break. So in fact, this is what happens to us with our lower back muscles. They tear a little bit. We have what we call MicroTears, and that creates a lot of that pain. All right, enough about the science and your physiology lesson for the day. Let's talk about how we get those muscles to stretch. So the best way is to get movement both at the upper limit and the lower limit. We get stretching up this way and stretching down this way, right? So from the lower limit, what we're gonna do is use a heel raise and a heel lower. A heel raise and a heel lower. Because that heel raise, which by the way could also be a full lift of the foot off the ground, what you're doing is moving your thigh and your knee closer to your chest. Now, if you can imagine, that from a standing position, when I go like this, when I lean over and stretch out, it is essentially the same biomechanical position as lifting my knee closer to my chest. It's just whether you're looking at it from the top down or the bottom up. Right? The other way that we can do a little stretching out is by doing a movement which leans over this way. Leans over this way. And so in this video, we're going to use 2 movements, actually 3 movements in a little Tai Chi routine to stretch out and open up the lower back and get rid of some of that lower back pain. And these movements are called the crane spreads its wings, the needle at the C bottom, and the rooster stands on one leg. All right, let's begin to put these together one by one. So let's start with the rooster. So the rooster is going to have you lift up this heel off the ground and turn the body slightly, sort of twisting. So you get sort of a twisting and pulling and stretching out a little bit, baby steps here, of the muscles from the lower attachment, right? This hand on the same side as the lifted heel will come up. And so here, as I turn slightly, is my rooster. Then I come back to neutral. If I did it the other side, this heel would come up, this hand would come up, and a slight turn, just 45 degrees in that direction. Rooster, down, rooster, down. Easy peasy, right? All right, the next move is called looking for the needle at the bottom of the sea. And here I'm going to take one hand and reach forward like I was diving down into the ocean. Down, 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 down. Now, here in this motion, I am again stretching out the attachment at the lower extremity of that muscle, right down there at the hips. So I'm pulling forward. Then I'm going to come back up and rooster. Right? If I did it on this side, be looking for the needle at the bottom of the sea. Coming back up, rooster. All right, one more, and that is the crane spreading its wings. So this is an opening of the body, sort of getting everything started. And what I'm going to do is first hold a big ball right here in my lap. The bottom of the ball drifts upward until my wrist touches the fingertips. Open, and the crane spreads its wings. Then down into the bottom of the sea, back up again, and rooster. Right. Holding the ball on the other side. Lift up and open, the crane spreading its wings down into the bottom of the sea, back up, and rooster. Right? All right, let's do this all together with the breathing. All right? So from here, hands float forward, drop off the edge of your knees and rise up. Big hug right here. This hand scoops under to create a big ball. The bottom hand floats up until the fingertips rest on the wrist, open. And the crane spreads its wings down, down, down into the bottom of the sea. Breathe in to come back up. Breathe out. Then breathe in and rooster. And breathe out. Crane. Hug. Scoop under. Lift up. Open, open, open. Same side one more time. Down into the bottom of the sea. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in again, the rooster, breathe out, hug. Lovely, let's scoop this hand under. It rises up until the wrist touches the fingertips. Open, 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 the crane spreading its wings. Leaning forward to stretch out that low back with the needle at the bottom of the sea, rising back up here, and inhale. There's the rooster. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale back up, out, and then inhale to the rooster. And then one last time, what we call sinking the chi. See, there you have it. Some very simple movements that you can do every day. And then you can expand them out into the standing version of these movements. And they're all designed to get movement and flexibility and stretching out and activity and blood flow and chi flow into your lower back. Anyway, that's my remedy for the day. Try that out. Let me know how it works for you. Put a little comment there in the comment section below there. And by the way, I'll tell you another great idea. You probably know somebody else in your life, a spouse, a family member, a father, a mother, who also suffer from lower back pain, because it is just like one of the most common things that we experience as we get older. Why don't you teach them this movement too? Let me know how that works. All right. Until the next time I see you, I hope you're well. I love you. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching this last video. I really loved making it, and I love working with the crew that helps me make these as well. If you did like this video, hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons if you haven't already done so. And you can follow us in other places like Instagram and on our website, where if you go, you can actually download a video and an ebook for free called the Tai Chi Fit 10 Steps to Living a Good Life and Being a Good Person. And that's what I know you're here for in the first place. Anyway, that's all I got. Hey, just 3 things you need to do every day. Number 1, open up that heart. Keep it open. Number 2, take some time to play. Just throw off all the structure and crap and, responsible living, and just have some fun for 5 minutes. And number 3, no matter what happens, just go with the flow, baby. Just go with the flow. Hope you're well. Peace.